Yeousch.
Hey soldiers, what's going on? This is Sergeant Merrell, and this is one hell of an M14 beasting in free-for-all. I'm playing around with the attachments, trying a few different things to see what I like the most, and in free-for-all, the silencer is just so beast. Not only does it do what a silencer does, you know, make it a little quieter and make it so you can't see it on the radar, but from a Turtle Beach point of view, it's really hard to locate where you're shooting from because this thing hardly makes any noise at all. It's a lot of fun. Highly suggested, 2-shot up close. It's a little bit more challenging killing people at a range, but it's a lot of fun if you're an M14 fan. Now, I make quick work of this match, so I don't have a whole lot of time to talk, but I do want to take the time to answer one of the many messages that I receive, and it's from another subscriber that is having, surprise, surprise, girl troubles. I want to say that makes up 90% of the emails that I get that have to do with advice. But this is a lengthy one, so let's go ahead and cover it now. This is what he has to say. He says, after listening to your latest commentary, life advice, long-distance relationships, I started thinking about the situation I'm in with this girl. To begin, we're both 18. Ages help. It lets me know how serious this thing gets. Anyway, it goes something like this. We dated a long time ago, about 2 years ago, maybe more, and then I broke up with her because I didn't want to be in a relationship with her. We stayed friends, though. Time passed by. A year later, we started fooling around. We weren't dating. We were a couple, or we weren't a couple. We were good friends, but we did sexual things. I was attracted to her, but not emotionally. I hope you know what I mean. Absolutely know what you mean, man. But anyway, it got to the point where we had sex at the end of the 11th grade. That sounds about right. We have both graduated high school, and we have both had sex a few times already. The problem is, I feel like I'm playing her, and I don't really want to hurt her feelings. Blah, 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 blah. You can read the rest of the message if you want to. I'll leave it up. Let me just go ahead and say that, yes, you are kind of playing her. And you may need to read the rest of this message to fully understand why I say that. But these types of situations usually dissipate. They're great when they happen, these one-night stands where there's no emotional attachment, but they go away unless one person is getting emotionally involved. And it seems like it's her. And the reason I say that is because one person needs to be the initiator. One person needs to have that interest to where they call you up. Otherwise, it just kind of breaks apart because you both aren't emotionally interested in each other, and sex only goes so far. It's only so much of a motivator. Now, this isn't exactly your fault. You've laid it down right there to see that this is not something that you want to turn into a relationship for whatever reason, and I'm sure it started that way for her too, but at this point, you need to consider if you're actually okay with hurting her at some point. I mean, getting some tail on a regular basis is outstanding. But the longer you carry it on knowing that she's emotionally involved, the more hurt it's going to cause when it gets to that boiling point. And unfortunately, it is your responsibility to end it because she might be in love. And love is blind. She's probably hoping that as long as she keeps herself available and sees you on a regular basis, that you're going to develop the same feelings for her, and it doesn't seem like that's the case. Now, you're both 18, so right now it's not much of a problem. She's got her whole life ahead of her, but this could go on for years, and that's when you become a douchebag because then you've taken her youth away from her and kind of ruined her opportunity to go with men that are interested in her. So right now it's just fun and games, but that's the point that it could get to. I mean, the whole thing can turn toxic, not just for her, but for you as well. Imagine you find a girl that you are interested in, that you do want to have an emotional commitment with, and you still have her that's in your life. And this girl's in love with you. Maybe not in love with you, but she is very much emotionally involved with you. What do you think it's going to be like explaining to the girl that you are interested in why she's still around and what you've been doing with her? But that's just my advice. Maybe you can enjoy it for a bit longer for what it is, but at some point it's going to be up to you to end it before it explodes. And there's no advice in the world that is going to make that situation easy because if she's emotionally involved, rejection sucks. But that's all I have for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. This is Sergeant Merrell, out here.
Yeousch.